Hey, what's going on, y'all? I would like to speak to the young men today. Actually, not just the young men. All men today is very important, very important. I know it is, because all you got to do is just pay attention to what's going on. All right, so let's begin. 3 things that every man should be doing in 2025. 1 is improving their health. And even if you've been doing things, I mean, you should step it up. And the reason why is there's many reasons why. The obvious reasons, of course, is so you can have better health. But what does that mean? First of all, your appearance is probably going to be better, especially like if you know that you need to do stuff like lose weight, lower your blood pressure, you got diabetes and all that. That's a no-brainer. But even for people who are not experiencing any of that, and that would be a lot of younger people, you haven't abused your body and ate enough junk food maybe to get out of control yet. And the reason why is, like I said, I wash my hands a lot and I went to the gym. The ash probably wouldn't notice without me telling you. But anyway, with better health, you get sick less because your immune system is stronger, you age slower, and you have a better attitude, and you can have a better outlook for the future. That's enough right there. So being intentional about eating better, getting some exercise, you don't have to go to the extreme, y'all. 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day, half an hour a day. Or if you can't do that, a half an hour every other day. That's it. Just take steps to improve. That's 1. And number 2 is work on meeting people that have something that, or have gotten somewhere, or is involved in something that you would like to be involved in. In other words, maybe an unspoken mentor, So you got meetups nowadays so you can go to mindset meetups, personal development meetups. If you have a special interest like mechanics, or trucking, you have special interest groups that you can go to be around the type of people who are involved in something that you might have an interest in. Internet marketing, AI, I got a free training. AI can do it for you. You can go there, put in the code free. And you'll be it's a community of other people. It's not many people there yet. Come on in. And you can be the first, one of the first. But find a group of people who can be a part of their tribe. That's important because, having that peer group of similar-minded people who are actually goal-oriented and positive-minded, that's what you want to be around, as opposed to what? So again, be intentional about that. 3, find something that you like to go deeper into, to learn, in order to create digital real estate. What am I talking about with digital real estate? There's a lot of ways to create digital real estate. And, maybe I'll have on the side right here, because the steering wheel is blocking everything anyway. You can't see anything. I'll be showing you some of the stuff that I have and I'm working on. Websites. I have several AI can do it for you. That's real estate, y'all. That's why I don't mind you coming in free and learning for free, because it's fine. It's going to appreciate in value. Once I do get done with it, I will start charging, but it's a lot of stuff that I want to do. My philosophy, and take this philosophy. My philosophy is always undersell and over-deliver. So I would like to there's several things I want to put in there. I want to teach how to build an app, your own app. And there's some other AI tools that I want to train on before I start charging. Because when I charge, I want them to go in there and feel like they should have paid 10 times more for it. So that's why it's free right now. And I can get feedback if something ain't working right, But anyway, a digital real estate. So a website, courses, that's up in there. And I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to do that. But courses, trainings go together. Domain names even. I got probably 80 to 100 domain names just sitting there just because they are attached to ideas. And as I develop a team, or whenever I get time, which I probably develop a team before getting time, then I will assign them tasks of carrying out the ideas for these domain names. But it's real estate. Like several of them are worth thousands of dollars right now just because of, what the domain name is. So digital real estate. And so the website could just be informative. It could be a blog type website, or it could be instructional, educational, just a website with important and valuable content. Like say you was writing about AI. If you evaluated different AI tools and you put that information on the website, that's going to, you're ahead of the curve. That's going to continue to get you can take the courses, go to my school, take the courses and write about all of the stuff that you're learning and become affiliates of some of those courses. I mean, some of those tools and get paid from that on a website, as a website also appreciates in value because of the amount of traffic that comes through. And then other people be willing to pay you to advertise on their website because of the eyeballs that's coming to the website. Just start. Don't worry about understanding all of that. But, all I'm trying to get you to see is how this qualifies as real estate. And it's not physical, it's digital. So it's digital real estate. It works the same way as physical real estate. Location equating to subject matter. Tiers and pricing, again, related to subject matter. So the amount of value, like if you write about Fruit Loops, who cares? There may be, there's because the internet is worldwide, you're still gonna grow visitors as long as you're talking about this Fruit Loop website. But what value is it to people? But if you wrote about an AI tool that can improve a business's profit margin, there's a lot of people that care about that. So the value goes up. Does that make sense? YouTube channel. I should have said that at first because that's where you're at. But that is digital real estate, YouTube, podcasts. And there you go. That's enough. Now, why? For obvious reasons, that real estate appreciates in value. It makes your net worth higher. And at some point, you can do multiple iterations of this and you can cash some out. And think about this. If you think of a great domain name now and even build a website on it, and you build several websites, I got like 20 websites, and you continue to work on them, and maybe you're making money. Maybe you decided to go full on the internet and you're making money there. Or maybe you go the route of a traditional job. But as you make more money at the job, then you get a little team to do some writing and continually build up the content on these websites. Well, that's going to really appreciate it. And then you have a kid 10 years, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, depending on how old you are. You might be, some of y'all are probably teens here. You could pass it down. Or you might be able to sell it to help pay for something, an expense or college or something. So the point is you have options on what you can do with it. And how much does it cost? Very little to do this, to have this asset, to acquire this asset. A domain name is $10 to $20. Website with the company I use is $97 a month because I can host all these sites on one host, and it's a CRM attached, and you have AI incorporated. So I pay more. I pay $4.97 because I can sell as well, unlimited accounts with the whole CRM attached. But you have options. There's many places you can go to get a website. If you're interested in coming there, there'll be a link in the description, affiliate link, of course. But you'll get a lot of pre-made templates and snapshots. But let's not get into that because this is not an advertisement. But look, it is an advertisement. But what I'm really concerned with is passing along the information and the mindset so that you can win. And I'm about to tell you why this is so important. I mean, I told you why each one is so important. But now, why I targeted the men, and I'm really highlighting this being important for you. And it is because, one, the traditional role of a man is being the leader and being the breadwinner, at least in America. And the woman is always going to be the woman that will probably make you happiest. I'm generalizing, understand that. She's going to kind of see things in that way as well. So that's one point. Point number two, there are people who are taking advantage of all of these things I'm talking about. That's your competition for getting the woman that you want. That's your competition for getting ahead. So there are people who are taking care of their health. There are people who are working out every single day. So where do you fit in on that spectrum? If you're not going to do anything, it really puts you behind. If you are at least maintaining and working on it in a leisurely way, you're in the game, especially if you do the other two things. This is something else that women are facing. It's your competition in the marketplace for finding the woman you want, not settling for something that you don't want. Also, guys are younger and younger. I know you've seen it, making money, making big money. They are creating these digital assets and digital real estate. They doing the Shopify and the TikTok. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that Shopify, TikTok shop and all that. All of this is digital real estate. But these guys, they are doing this and they are making a lot of money. Don't you think the women are seeing that? So that's two things you got to take into account. This is the environment that you exist in. That's basically your competition in the marketplace for getting a girlfriend or a woman or a wife that you desire, not that you settle for. Three, so that's your appearance, your shape, and all of that. And then you're talking about your money, your financial stability. You can make money and not be a leader, not know much other than just making that money. So they go back to your networking and exposing yourself to information and the training. So if you're behind in all this AI, even if you find some other way to make a lot of money, which the easiest way is going to be related to AI and technology and the next thing, the trend where things are moving, be in that place and it's easier. But even if you find another way, as she's looking around, all these people that's building communities and have taken their position in AI and, are advisors and consultants now 5 years from now because they got involved earlier. Put it this way, it's the same reason, that's the same effect that causes women to choose people like drug dealers and thugs and gangsters and this, that, the other. And in their mind, especially younger, but even, it takes a while to grow out of that and come to maturity. But that's a lot of influence. Just think about how women, well, the population in general, but especially women, I think, gravitates towards celebrity and ball players and stuff like that. This tells you that there's a lot of power in having a role, being someone who stands out, being someone who is different than the crowd, having something that makes you different. The leadership role, exposing yourself to information, training, the knowledge, personal development, so that your mind is not operating like the standard normal person, gives you value. And it's in many ways, but in the value of the marketplace for getting the woman that you want, but also, and therefore meaning the woman you deserve, but also that is where you're drawing from. All of this you're drawing from in order to create opportunity for yourself, in order to make deals, in order to negotiate. It's like not just a woman, other people respect you more if they can assign those qualities to you. I mean, it's irrefutable, So that's why I'm giving you the message that I'm giving you today. That's what it's all about. Now, I do have a plug. Like I said, I do have that school that you can come and join. There, you can learn a lot of this information. It's a great place to start. I'm not an expert in it myself, but you will see some of my portfolio, or like I said, we're on the side on the different things that I'm working on. And at the site, I talk about a lot of things where you can clearly see that I have been intentional about learning these things. The truck I'm jumping right now I'm sorry about all the noise in the background. That's because the idle is up because the truck is having a bad day. The battery's dead and I have to jump it. But I retired from trucking a few months ago because I saw this as a much, 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 much bigger opportunity with a much bigger payday. And, that's the benefit of exposing yourself to this stuff and learning the information and jumping in there. Always be action biased. Be action biased so that you are able to not just keep thinking about something, telling yourself, I ought to do this, I ought to do that. I've been, like I said, building websites. I've been buying domain names. And because being in that arena, you have ideas. It's just building. As the technology come about and you play with different stuff and you get exposed, the ideas just grow and grow. And like I said, it's to the point where I'm sitting there, brokers giving you a ridiculous low rate to haul a load. I sat there for 2 months, not taking a load, refused to take a load. And I'm like, forget this. And I quit. And that's all I'm doing is AI. So I hope that's motivation for you guys, but if nothing else, I hope you at least got some valuable insight that you will take with you from here and in some way integrate it in your life. I look forward to you showing up at aicandoitforyou.com, but if you don't come there, hey, just take action on what you have heard today and make 2025 your year to shine. Peace. I forgot a couple of more things real quick. All right. And so there's something else that you need to think about. Oh, and so here's the other part that I didn't mention. So all that being said, my other advice to you is be single, stay single, and do not look for a girlfriend or a wife or a partner until you have addressed those three things. And it should be obvious as to why. It's because all of this is what you're going up against. So now I ain't saying if you meet somebody new and they blow you away and their mindset seems to be okay for wherever you are in life, that's fine. But what I'm telling you is if you go out there and you're looking, then the probability of the woman remaining highly interested in you and you're not doing those things, the probability is low because they're seeing people all the time, especially if they're online a lot. They're seeing people all the time who are doing all of those things. So you got to remember that. At any point, if you're not financially stable, you're out of shape, only thing you've been talking about, the type of people you've been around, only thing y'all talk about is partying or, God forbid, drugs. Guys, if y'all out there don't look at these artists guiding you, staring you in a dead end path with how they try to glorify drug use and all that. That's anyway, it's frustrating to see. But anyway, yeah. But if that's what's on your mind, that's what you talk about, and you get involved with somebody, and they're seeing all this stuff that I just made you aware to take into account, it's just a matter of time before you are left on the sidewalk somewhere. So stay single and get yourself straight first. And then you're someone who she does not want to let go of. Does that make sense? And don't forget, in addition to seeing all this stuff, there's also many opportunities for the woman today to go out there and make some money. Now, again, you need to be someone who has the ability to have a judge of character. And that's why learning personal development is good. It's because you become a better quality person and you start to have higher standards in knowing what you want to look for in that woman, what's important, what makes sense. Like you are now looking at yourself like, I'm not wasting my time with a low quality woman who, is just going to be drawing energy away from me and probably money and occupying my mind and stressing me out. And I can't even think about these other things that's going to help me get to where I want to be. You don't waste your time with that. And I've been not having sex for years at a time because I'd rather not be distracted. That's how come I know a lot of the stuff that I know, and I've created this and created that, and I have these ideas because for a great majority of time for the last decade, I'm not bothered by the wrong woman. And even with the right woman, if that's the other thing though, if you find the right woman and you're not where you want to be, now you're having to split up your focus, your time, and attention on trying to keep that woman and treating her like the way she should be treated because you recognize you're a quality woman and trying to get the way you want to go. And you're diluting yourself and you're never spending enough time or focus or attention on her or your project. Does that make sense? Because you're trying to do it at the same time. But if you get to where you need to be first and you figure out how, exactly what the day-to-day is and how you're going to go about keep going the way you want to go, now you got more free time and attention and you can focus it more on the relationship. Does that make sense? So that's why I say that. And then also remember, she has OnlyFans. She can do the same things that I'm talking about. Not just men are able to create digital real estate. So she's able to do the exact same things. It's no longer, hard work, manual labor, menial, heavy lifting. Is no longer this stuff that's keeping her from getting the types of jobs that pay more. Not even high tech or a lot of mathematics where they might not want to get involved in. This stuff is relatively easy to do. Incorporate learning AI tools to help businesses make more money or help people start businesses with the AI tools. This is all what I teach you to do in the school. But anybody can get in this course and get that type of training. So this is the landscape that you're in. And I hope now you're beginning to see why I felt this video was important and why I built the school, really. But as far even with the school, like even the women, everybody who doesn't expose themselves to this stuff now, then you're going to be the one that's paying other people who did. In 5 years, you're going to be the one who's paying to try to catch up. I've been talking too much. And you're going to be paying the people who was action biased and took action to get in the loop right now so that they can grow as things advance, because this stuff is not moving backwards, it's moving forwards. And, the longer you wait to get involved, to get exposed, to learn, and start messing with it, then the harder it's going to be to really be proficient with it. But I can leapfrog you. AI can do it for you.com. I'm sorry for all it. The plug is relevant. My passion for doing it kind of is related to what I'm talking about. It's this stuff that's been in my mind the whole time. Like, it's related to how I got in it, in addition to seeing it as an opportunity to make a lot of money. But I'm single and I lost my girl because I was driving and I could not stop driving at the time. I really could have, but I was trying to make it pay. I was waiting for it to pay so I could sell the company and just exit a certain way. Finally, like I said, I woke up and I was like, man, forget this. I'm wasting time waiting to exit out of this in a fairy tale way. I could jump ship and just create another lane I should have been done this. She said, you could quit driving if you want to drive. I was like, man, I'm trying to get the thing to a certain place to sell it. She was right. I should have quit. I want you to avoid that pain. It took me a year to get over that. So anyway, I didn't mean to get all personal, but if it's going to help you to be action biased, you got it. Hey, y'all, take it easy. Thank you for watching. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think, for real. And, you want more of this? You want more detail? What do you want? What do you want to talk about?